Hello, everybody. This is Demographia, and today I'll be talking about the races of the world according to the US. Now, for those of you who are loyal subscribers, and shout out to all of you guys would have noticed that I just made this video yesterday, so you're probably saying, what are you doing? But basically, this is going to be a more fun, relaxed, funny kind of video. So don't take this very seriously. This is all kind of just for laughs. Um, but basically, one thing I like doing is looking at edgy memes and racist memes on the internet um, about countries and their stereotypes, and they're pretty funny. So, like, one of the countries I like looking at memes about is the US, especially the dumb American meme. Now, that said, I look at memes about all countries, not just the US. I also like making fun of other countries, Germany. And so, because of that, I wanted to make this map of the races of the world according to the US, but based on those memes and based on the dumb ideas that some of those Americans have. And so, here is a map of the world according, well, okay, first of all, we'll start with a map of the races in the US, but according to dumb people. So, well, let's start off here in the Northeast. We have the New Englander race. So, they're the race that, fought for freedom, for democracy, for freedom. And they are one of the oldest races in the US. Now, moving south in the red, we have the Southern race. They're the ones who are like rebels, who are farmers, who are Christians. They're the kind of hardcore kind of people. And, they're a very tough race. They're good at fighting. Yeah, they're good at keeping the Negroes in place. So then we have in the orange, we have the Appalachian race. They're kind of the dummies, the backwards kind of people who still live in the 19th century. Um, so they shouldn't be taken too seriously. Now in blue, in the center, in the south, we have the Texan race. They're the cowboys. They're the ranchers. They're the kind of people who break all the laws, and they don't care about what the government tells them to do. They decide their own rules. Now, further to the west, in light blue, we have the Mormon race, and they're the kind of crazy weirdo kids, basically, who believe in a completely whack religion, and who live in the middle of a desert. Now, moving further west, in purple, we have the Californian race. Now, they're known for their golden skin and for being very rich, for being very famous, for having a lot of control. So the Golden State is named after their golden skin. So if you ever see someone with golden skin, yeah, they're probably part of the Californian race. Now, um, uh, further down on this map, we have dark blue. We have the Alaskan race, and they're extremely white, and that's because in Alaska there's never any summer. It's winter all year long, January to December, always winter. Um, Now over here we have the Hawaiian race. They're the ones who always just chill, who like drink coconut milk on an island all day. They don't really have any worries, and they're the most isolated race in the United States. Now moving on to some of the more conventional races. So to start off with yellow, we have the Indians. They're native to the U.S., which is why they're called Indians, of course. Um, then light green, we have the Latino race. So as I've already said over and over and over again on this channel, Latino is a race, and all Latinos are the same race, and it would be quite stupid to deny that. So we all know they all look the same, and they're all one race. Then in dark green, in the southeast, we have the Negroes. And they're the kind of people who are used for picking cotton, for doing all the work for the southern race. And yeah, that's basically all they're known for. And finally, the white, well, that represents the white race. And so moving away from the US, now we will look at races of the world. Now, of course, the races outside the US don't actually matter because the US is the only important country. It's the center of the world, the only good country, the only free country ever, and all the rest of the world is under tyranny. So, blue represents the white race, so that includes, all the white countries, so like Western Europe, Northern Europe, Canada, etc. Now, dark green in Southern Europe, those are the people who think they're white, but they're actually not. They're the wannabe white race. That's their official name. Now, the light blue are the Russians, the Russian race. Now, the Russians are bad. Remember that, kids. The Russians are bad, and they go. Their border reaches all the way up to Germany, so better watch out for them. Now, down here, the yellow is the Arab race. So the Arab race includes countries like Afghanistan, Turkey, Iran, all of those countries which are known to have a huge population of Arabs. And so the Arab race is known for being terrorists and their countries in perpetual civil war. We don't really care actually about the Arab race apart from the fact that they have oil. So we inter liberate them for democracy all the time. Now, further down in the green, we have Negro race. Now, as we all know, they're used for slavery, and that's really the only thing that matters about them. Nobody actually cares about them. Now, here in the purple, we have these guys who also claim to be Indians for some reason. I have no idea why. Yeah, they have no connection to the US, so I don't know why they're calling themselves Indians. Now, in the orange, we have the Chinese race. So that goes all the way from the Caspian Sea to New Guinea. We all know that they're all Chinese. And really, the only thing that's important is that they have weird eyes, too many people, and all our free and cheap stuff comes from here. Now, going further south, we have Australia and New Zealand, which are also white, and north there's like nothing. I think that's like the Antarctic Ocean right there next to Australia and New Guinea, right? Anyways, and then finally the Latinos, emphasizing the no in Latinos because you don't want them in our country. This is where all the drugs and immigrants come from. So we want their drugs, but we don't want them coming. Now we don't really care that we like mess up their continent all the time, because it doesn't matter. Well, actually, not their continent, their country, because they're all part of Mexico and they're all one race and they're all the same. They all speak Spanish. So, and then finally, Latinos, don't forget that includes Spain, of course, because they are not white at all. And so, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something new about the races of the world. Unless you are a feminist or an SJW, hopefully you didn't get too triggered by this video. But yeah, next time I'll just make a serious video. Now, if you weren't triggered, please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time.